So we decided to build a cargo bike because we felt like there was a gap in the market for something with really premium quality and build and components, but at a really competitive price point. And that's what we've tried to build here. So we've got an aluminium frame. It's relatively lightweight for a cargo bike. Without the battery on, it weighs about 25 kilos. With the battery on, it's around 29 kilos, which in cargo space is pretty good. What that means is it's a nice, nimble and easy to ride bike. Specification-wise, we've got a mid-drive because it's a cargo bike, so it needs a lot of torque because it's potentially got a lot of weight on the back of it, and that's really going to help with the hills. We've got an MVOLO stepless gearing system, and what that means is you can actually change the gears on the bike without moving, without riding, which is not how you change gears on a traditional bike. That's a real advantage. If you're stuck at the base of the hill and you haven't set the bike up in the right gear and you're trying to climb the hill, it can be really, really difficult, but you have to turn the pedals on a traditional bike to get that change. With this system, you literally just shift it without moving and you're there, you're in a climbing gear straight away. And that really, really helps again with a cargo setup. Here at Estarli, myself included, we have quite a lot of young families. So I've got a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. And my 6-year-old loved going to school on the back of my E20, which is the perfect setup. But now, of course, the 4-year-old is going to the same school, so I need a way of carrying both of them. So there's a bit of a selfish need that comes from me. One of our other founders has a very similar setup, and actually quite a few of the bike builders have young children of the similar age. So it's really nice to develop a product that you kind of desire and have a use for yourself because you are out there, you understand the needs and you're using the bike. And it's those items that sort of come together with our experience that hopefully mean that we built a really, really good, solid product at a great price point. So the world of cargo bikes is really exciting and we're just at the beginning. We decided to start with a Longtail cargo because we feel for UK roads and for the UK setup, having the children at the back is preferable to having them in a bucket at the front, where they are potentially a little bit more vulnerable because they're out in front of you at junctions. Also, the advantage of a Longtail is that you can have a narrower bike, and with the sort of lack of cycle lanes that we have here in the UK, a narrower bike is much easier to navigate on the roads because it's what we're used to, rather than a much wider bucket bike that sometimes can be a bit wide or a bit tricky if you're cycling in a congested school area. The quality and the build of this bike is really a significant factor and part of what it is. So from the components to the strength of the actual frame. So the bike has a load rating of 210 kilos, which is one of the largest load ratings out there. The rear rack itself will take 90 kilos, which is easily going to cover your children. The front rack takes 25 kilos, so it's a really good, strong, sturdy bike. We have things like front suspension, puncture-proof tyres, K-guarded tyres for strength as well. We've got the robust stand, which means that while you're loading your kids into the bike, it really helps stabilise the bike. You should be standing with it at the same time, of course. And the build quality, you've seen the bike being built already. What you haven't seen is what goes in before that into the design. So that happens here, and that happens with our own use. We've been riding these around for about 6 to 9 months now, our prototype bikes, and we've been altering and adjusting little parts to make what we think is the perfect family cargo bike. Accessories-wise, at the moment we've got a family pack, and we have our junior seat, and we have our footrests, but we've got a lot more planned, and we're looking forward to hearing back from our community of riders as well as to their suggestions. But we have a bag planned that's going to protect your children from the weather, which can also double up as a cargo bag as well, for example. We're looking at a longer bench that'll fit in this section, so it's a one-piece rather than having to use a two-piece. There's a lot of accessories that we're really excited about building for this bike as we evolve into the future. If you'd like to order one of these, or you want to give one a go or see it in person, best thing to do is contact us or contact your local Estarli retailer, which can be found on the website under the test ride link on the top right.